To Grace, my future wife, Part 20. My last letter. March 28th, 2024, 5:55 p.m. Dear Grace, I guess my last letter wasn't my last. I thought I had seen everything living in the Vancouver area, but today, in the library, I saw a lady stretched out in a chair with her left breast completely exposed. It took me a second to recognize a boob in the wall, but it was definitely hanging out. I glanced a second look to confirm. I didn't say nothing. Someone else called security. They told her to pull her top down, nothing more. She wasn't kicked out. Maybe they have a 3 strikes policy. Show 3 body parts at once and get kicked out, or show 1 body part 3 times before removal. I don't really care, Grace. It's her boob/body. Anyway, that's my interesting fact for this letter. A bad photo of pretty flowers, Grace. I think they're called hyacinths. Movie idea, Untitled, continued. Location, Chinese restaurant. Grace, David, I know I said our treat, but do we really need the dinner for 5? David, I'm hungry, starving, famished. Anything else? Tired, but let's eat first. Besides, you could be eating for 2 already. I don't think cravings start within hours. How do you know? Have you been pregnant before? Ha ha. I'll pay you back. Are you seriously that hungry? I assume you are joking. I am. I won't eat all this right now, but don't be surprised if I eat most of it throughout the night. You don't get sick? No, I can eat nearly continuously sometimes, or at least it feels like that. And the good part is I can stop whenever. I'm not eating for the pleasure. It feels like I need these calories. Maybe you are pregnant. I thought you wanted the David experience at all costs. I'm not getting pregnant for the experience, David. Then why? You don't want to? I do, but I don't know why. I figure you may at least know for me. I don't. I suspect it's because you're in love with me, and you've been dreaming or imagining having children with me, but that's a guess. I don't. I don't. I suspect it's because you are in love with me, and you've been dreaming or imagining about having children with me, but that is a guess. Why children? I've been a parent before, been there, done that. Not getting grandchildren fast enough. No, not that. I never expected or craved grandkids. I'm not sure then. Maybe I've messed up your head. You've messed up my entire existence in a good way. Are you sure? No, but no buts. I like your butt, David. Text that to your mom. I already did. Liar. Fine, I didn't, but I could. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Where's that come from? A movie? It's been used in movies, but my friends and I used to say it back in the 80s on road trips. Back in the day, I suppose. We used it to shut up anyone complaining about their lives, mistakes they've made, people they blame, etc. Like saying shut the fuck up, but nicer. You want me to shut the fuck up? No, of course not. I prefer if you talk for hours while I eat my face off. We could have taken it back to the room, David. We look like gluttons. Do you think you'll get fat once pregnant? Changing the subject? I don't care if you do. I'm just wondering if you're going to take advantage of the pregnancy. Eat the ice cream all the time and that. I might too. Maybe I'll eat whatever you eat as an experiment. I'll see how fat I get while eating what my pregnant wife eats. Don't know what to call me, David? I don't. Ask me to marry me, and I'll be your fiancé in seconds. Or an ex if you say no. Ask. No thanks. Is there a rush? No. I mean, you're okay with getting pregnant before marriage, yes? It was your idea. When? In a dream I had about you, with you. What did I say / do? You really want to know? Yes, and without reading the letters, please. Yes, and without reading the letter, please. Initially in the dream, you wanted our first kiss to be on our wedding day. You mentioned that earlier, correct? Yes, I did. Well, you already said that to me in a dream. So do you think it seems like a surprise to me? I guess not. In one of my dreams, you purposely wanted me pregnant before marrying me as a FU to religion. Sounds like me, but others would agree. No, you wanted us married in a church if I was religious, but only after we got pregnant. I get it. I like the idea. Why wait for the priest to grant you permission to procreate? Our bodies, our choice. Exactly, David. So you have some sleeping issues too? More dreaming issues than sleeping, David. I'm sorry, Dave. Davey? Stud muffin? Daddy? Shut up. Grace and David laugh out loud. David looks around the table. I guess this is a lot of food. It is, or it was, or it will be. Just just like us? Maybe, baby. Please, Grace. No baby, no honey, no sweetie, no nothing but David or King of the Universe. Does that make me your queen? Is that the title you want? Queen of the Universe? Why not? Can you handle the responsibilities? I can handle you. Is that enough? Sure. Can you handle the finances too? Really not great with money. Anything else? Besides working to support us and our children the rest of our lives, will you attempt to create anything else besides working to support us and our children the rest of our lives? Will you attempt a career as a stand-up comic and scriptwriter, probably failing and never contributing a dime to our existence? Look at my old age pension, it lasts forever. So, I guess I was wrong. We're set for life. I could try and sell your sarcasm. It's mine. You don't have intellectual rights over my hilarity. If we're married, everything's 50-50. If or when. When? Tomorrow? Next week? Next month? Next? Anytime after I ask you, I can care less when. Okay. Just okay? No other comment? No. Ready to go? Yes. Wait, no. Yes? Let's order a dinner for two to go. Huh? Hi. We can hand it to that homeless guy at the hotel. We can't do more leftovers? No. Why? It's secondhand food. You're right, I ordered too much. I don't eat this much. I wanted this much. It's okay. Sure, we can get more to go. I'll pay. Whatever you like. Dave and Grace return to the hotel and then handcuff us into the room. And David takes the leftovers to the fridge. Feel better? About everything. Me, the food, the homeless man. We could have given him more money. The big meal and $10 will help him out. Not enough. It's all you can afford. For now. Now what? Bored? No, I'm wondering what is next. We wait. For us to figure it out. How? Like we are now. We wait. We talk. We can go out. We can stay in. But we're waiting in a sense, yes? Guess I'd rather act. Is there something we can do? How's your first time, David? Plutonium? Do you have any? I wish. You'd build a bomb? No, I'd sell it. It's worth a fortune. David? Yes. Grace? Stand up. I'm fine sitting, thanks. Look, Mr. Joseph, I know you don't like it when I use your first name, but I really don't have a choice, do I? David shrugs. Do I? You can make up a nickname, but nothing loving. What if I can only imagine nice nicknames? It won't work. I need to have an edge, something that is true but slightly annoying. Shithead? I love it. Alright, shithead. When are you getting on stage? Are you pregnant? Maybe we should wait until you are with child. Me? I'm not getting this age with you, and I'm with child with you already. Yes, but you'll be in the audience. Ha ha. I know I'm a child. If you want me to. I suppose, do I have to be in the audience? The first time, yes. Eventually, probably no. And your training wheels? In a sense. How romantic. Look, Grace, if you wanted romance, you wouldn't have cuffed yourself to me. If you're psycho into BDSM, then sure, the kidnapping scenario makes sense. It's romantic when you exert your dominance over me. Really, David? Yes, I think you have some weird condition where you need to be in control without seemingly being in control. And what is this condition called in DSM-5, Mr. Joseph? Or should I call you Dr. Freud? Whichever you prefer, which one is your fantasy? A really old dead guy or a live old man? Are you my old man? Goes without saying. David? Yes. Marriage or stand-up? You're voting both subjects. What are your questions? What are your intentions? My intention is to continue talking to you until this week is over, and I've made a decision about everything, not just marriage and stand-up. And every subject is on the table between now and then, forever. For you and I, Grace, every subject is fair game. Maybe not at every moment. Time and place still applies. So I think we need to agree now there's nothing we don't discuss together. Agreed. Sorry if I'm sounding like a dictator. You're not. You wanted everything to be crystal clear before we move forward. Yes, I fucked up a bit on the birth control thing though. We should have talked about it first. Maybe, but it's done. Plus, it's unlikely I'm pregnant, David. Possible, but unlikely. Why? I think I know. It's only been a few hours. They said cravings don't start instantly. But maybe life does. Maybe. Debate with me, David. I think I'll know when life begins inside my body. But you're correct, I haven't been pregnant before, so I'm probably wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I have no idea what it feels like. I hope you're right, and I hope you know instantly. I can go buy a test right now if you like. Grace grins at David. No, it's okay. David, finally recognizing her facial expressions. You have one in your purse, don't you? I do. Take it. Let's find out. Then we'll have something to discuss. Okay. Grace removes the pregnancy test and walks towards the washroom. You want to watch? Make sure it's not a trick. I may have stashed pregnant urine in the bathroom. I think I can trust you, but check the package first. I think it takes a few days before it works. Grace through the bathroom door. Oh, so you've gone through this process before with other women? What do you have against birth control, David? You seduced me too quickly. I lost my mind. Or you are a witch. Not an angel? What do angels look like? You might be. You seem very kind, funny, compassionate to me. But you could be acting. Why would be acting? To manipulate me. Into giving you all my money when I become rich and successful. Why not seduce someone already rich and successful? Because they are expecting gold diggers. They are prepared and cautious. I'm neither. You bat your eyes at me a few times and I'm a love-struck teenager writing letters to you before ever talking to you. You get my money before I even see it. I don't need or want your future money. I know, I get it. It's only the demon sperm you desire. Maybe it's magical sperm. Maybe it's dust. Should I go get a sperm count done for you? Then you know you're not wasting your time. You can move on to the next man of your dreams. You're the man of my dreams, David. Not of them. You're the man in my dreams, David, not of them. I have no dreams, David. At least in the sense I expect nothing from you. But what we've done, at least in the sense I expect nothing from you, but what we've done the last 3 days. That's all I need. Want, desire, okay? Does that make sense to you and your thick skull? Grace shows David the test, and look, I'm not pregnant. My skull doesn't have a personality, and that test is too soon. You've been using okay a bunch today, too. Correct my grammar one more time, David, and I'll test that theory with a slap to the back of your thick skull, okay? David jumps back from Grace, waiting for the blow to the head. Grace begins to giggle and then faces David like a MMA fighter. You asked for it, Mr. J. Finally, some originality, Gracie. There isn't a single word you can call me that bothers me. Nothing. I'm impervious to your childish banter. If you want to sleep with me again, just ask. Stop playing games. We haven't really slept together. It was on top of the covers both nights. Do you want to fuck me, Mr. Big Shot? Are those the words you want to hear? Or do you want to make love to me? Which is it, big boy? Can I record you talking to me like this? Why? Does it turn you on? You don't like nudity? You like me calling you out? Calling me out on what? No, it's not turning me on. I think it's hilarious, so we should record how tough you're trying to act. So it's not for your spank bank. Grace. Closet full of memories. Grace. Mental lubrication. Are we done? Why do you always change the subject like this? Always? Like in the past 3 days? Fine, how about this? We stop. I'll go read the fucking letter and we begin over. You don't need the letter. Why? I can't, and I wouldn't lie to you, David. Ask me anything about what's in the letter, and I'll answer you honestly and directly. The letter's more of a story like you've been writing me, but from my perspective. Like your letters to me, David, everything is there. Between the lines are very obvious in some cases. There's no right or wrong way of doing what we are doing, which is, we're getting to know each other before we enter into a long-term relationship. Define long-term life. And this is your desire? It is, David. When? When we are both ready. Tomorrow? No. Next week? No. Month? One way or the other, yes. I can wait a month. What are you waiting for? You've been receiving all the benefits of marrying me for the last couple of days. I could be a dad again. You could. Although I don't think the job expires. Grace ends the MMA pose and hugs her, Mr. Joseph. Grace whispers into David's ear, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain, just ask. I love you, Grace. I love you, David. Dave. Mr. Joe. Grace? Yes. Grace, will you? Yes. Will you be my thesaurus, Grace? You're a cunt, David, but yes, I'll be your goddamn thesaurus, David boy. What do you do when you're stuck in a word, Grace? New subject? Yeah. When I get stuck in a word, I hope some magical voice pops into my head with an alternative. If or when it doesn't happen, I use the internet like everyone else on the planet, except you, my future husband. I suspect you want to write continually And then the moment you can't find the word, you'll yell at me from across the room or house or cafe and ask what's another word for okay. Yeah, that works for me. No. Why? You know the alternatives, David. If you don't like your choice, slow down your writing, take a break, something will come to you. Spank back? Exactly. I was kidding. No, I'm not. David turned slightly red above the collar. What's the combination to your spank bank? Would you like to read what I write, Mr. Writer? No, not the letter. My fiction? I'm not sure. What genre? Erotica? Romantic comedy? Mystery? Sci-fi sex? Sci-fi sex? Do you know how hard sex in zero gravity is, Grace? Do you? Maybe I'm really an alien. The immortality salesman? I read your scripts, David. Fine, what do you write? What do you think I write? Romantic comedies? Stereotypical male response, but yes, I can have philosophy. Nobody reads philosophy anymore. Erotica? You wish. True, the world is better with penthouse form. Just tell me. I write the fluff, David. I round your words. I write the fluff. You love the dialogue, but you don't want to paint the picture, correct? Seems like a waste of time to describe what the camera will show. I agree, but to sell something they need to imagine the whole scene, the visual and mental story. If you say so, I do. You're a bit like the person who writes the audio descriptions then. Good approximation. Except they are describing a movie, I'm describing my own life. Your life in my words, my perspective from your words. You confuse me sometimes. I know, but you love me for some strange reason. You don't know why, or how, or when, but you know who, correct? Reading between the lines, Grace digs her wallet out of her purse, extracts her driver's license and hands it to David. Here, last name, current address, DL number, date of birth, in case you thought I was lying. You want my SIN number too? David refuses. I don't want any of it. If I need proof, I'm not the person you think I am. Who do you think you are? I'm David. He is. He will be your partner in life, if you'll have him as is. As is, as in the mess you are before me now? Yes. How hard will our life be? Very. Why? Because I don't give up. What did you give up on, David? You, Grace. You didn't give up. You waited until you were sure. Are you sure now? No. Then we wait. It's not that difficult. It's fucking boring. I understand. It's lonely waiting. I understand, but I'm sitting beside you. I'm not going anywhere. You can cuff me up again if you like. I'm not sure my heart can take it. I should probably get some life insurance. We keep having sex/intercourse/whatever. It'll probably burst and I'll end up living with a bunch of kids and no income. David? Yes. Shut the fuck up. Enough? Yes. Please change the subject or take me to bed. To snuggle? Grace resumes her MMA posture but guides David to the bed. When the back of his knees touch the mattress, she pushes him with full force in the chest. David willingly falls onto the mattress. Do your worst. I'm not doing anything until you listen to me. I haven't been? You have, but this is important, David. Should we turn the lights out? Maybe. Are you going to cry again? Depends. What are you going to tell me? Nice try, David. Lights on is fine. If I cry, place a pillow over my face. And push. As hard as you can, as long as you can. Please. Too late for politeness, my friend. Lovers to friends? I get it. Speak now, or shh. David remains silent. He pats the bed beside him and Grace accepts the invite. She sits cross-legged. David reaches out and holds her ankle. Hi. Hi. Sorry. Me too. I know you're not like Sheldon. You believe in love over contracts, yes? Yes. But nobody can find love, can they? No. Well, not for others. Only for themselves, correct? And with others, but not for others. Agreed. I can have multiple definitions of love, one I hold true to myself and another with you, which may or may not be similar. I think they'd be a bit similar. Probably, but not necessarily. Sure. I'm not sure if we need a contract, David Joseph, but I think we need to define a few words, create our own agreed definition. Does that sound like fun? Not boring? Sounds like schoolwork. Are you my hot teacher? Yes, I am. If you want me, you better focus. I thought you said earlier I could have you anytime I wanted. I never said that. Read the transcripts. You think I'm wrong. What transcripts? Are you recording us? Figure of speech, genius. Whatever. Something about you being better than a dream. Wake up in the morning and I take you any way I want. not even close. But I'm glad you're thinking sex again. Please continue with your story. Not a story, I'm offering you an opportunity to find a word with me. Love. You start. Okay, I'll ask you questions. You answer honestly and quickly. Fair? Absolutely. And without sarcasm. No. No? You can't say no to me, David. No. Fine, but why do you need sarcasm in your responses? I don't need it to, but it's optional. Or maybe it's a natural response to a situation, or a line of uncomfortable questions, or it's deep-seated in our DNA. Where does your wit come from? You bring it out when you need to, yes? Or is this a psychological test? Are you trying to shrink me again, Grace? Blah, blah, blah. I have all day. So do I, and I haven't talked for years. Maybe I'll just talk, Grace, and you can listen for once. Is that okay with you? Can I close my eyes while you speak at me? No, I insist on looking you directly in the eyes while I speak at you. In fact, sit on top of me, please. With or without clothes? With, for now. Grace sits on top of David's legs, her butt on his knees. Higher. Grace slides forward. David pulls her down on top of him, and they hug for a moment before David flips Grace on her back and straddles her like a wrestler holding an opponent. I'm sorry, I'm not sure why I did that. Something to show? I have no idea. Are you sure? For now, yes. Do you want to talk in this position instead? Doesn't matter. Not to me, does it to you? I guess not. I still feel like being analyzed by you / your degree. You think this is how Freud interviewed his patients? Never mind, I heard your response as I was saying that. Thank you, Grace. For what? Making me laugh. I can't make you or anyone laugh. Thank you for finding the joyful moments in this situation, Grace. You're welcome. Who are we, Grace? I have no idea who you are, David. But I'm Grace. Nice to meet you. Grace extends her hand out and David shakes it. Instead of releasing her hand, David pulls Grace up into the sitting position. They sit faces inches apart, silent. Do you want my definition of love or of our love? Either, both, all. Do you like to dance, Grace? I do, David. Would you like to dance with me? When, David? Now. Yes and no. Because I think you're about to tell me something or explain something or get something off your chest. About you? About love, your definition. I thought I had one, now I'm sure. I was worried earlier about dreaming about you tonight, and now I'm worried I may never sleep again. Because I think I could talk to you all night now. Now, what's changed? I'm not sure. Maybe it's all the Chinese food. My body needs to be awake to process it. Or I miss talking to someone I can trust. I hate this world, Grace. I know you do, David, but you don't hate me, correct? I don't, but to be fair, I still know very little about you. Stop trying to sell yourself to me then, and let me talk. Be my guest. What's your favorite song? I don't have one. Movie? The Rookie with Dennis Quaid. Book? Atlas Shrugged. Person? My daughter. And there you go, David. That's all I need to know about you. I can define you by those 4 answers. And no. Not because of my degree in psychology. Understand? David nods. Do you believe we will be married one day, have children? David nods. Then will you love the children more than me? Different kind of love, not comparable. Try. I have no idea. I can't predict the future. I know I don't want to even think of the concept, though. Why would it ever be a more or less situation? People change, grow apart, or they grow together. Maybe we have it all backwards, Grace. Grace looks confused. Not you and I. Society has it backwards. The love curve goes in the wrong direction. Grace signals for David to continue. We start visually, which is unavoidable. I'm not suggesting people meet in the dark, although there is a TV show with that concept. I think there is, or must be, some level of animal instinct when attracting or being attracted to another person. Not necessarily sexual, but animalistic, if that makes sense. Keep going, Miss Overback. Exactly, you're attracted to my amazing physical body and extremely attractive facial features. Animalistic. It makes no sense. You should be asking for my tax returns and the results of an IQ test, or at least a personality test to ensure I'm not simply acting in front of you, or masking if you think I'm autistic. It doesn't matter what label I or anyone applies to you if I don't allow it to stick. Exactly. Thanks for reading my mind. It's pretty easy. Thanks. And your body is not amazing. It's average, but I'll take you as is. My face? only attractive because of its oddness. I'm like you, I like unique. Your face is unique enough for me. Not embarrassed to walk with me outdoors? Chained or normal? Alright, sorry, I forgot about that. I love you as is, David. I love you as is, Grace. I wish I could find it. Love, I can't. I believe we're doing it the right way, though, Grace. At least right for us. I don't believe in love at first sight, but I believe in infatuation at first sight. Grace nods in agreement. But when the infatuation never ends, what do you call it? Especially if you don't act on it. Like you didn't? Like neither of us did. Although I guess you did make the first move eventually. I had no choice. Well, I had a choice, but I understand. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm too high. Maybe I'm a moron. But I'd rather get this shit part of the relationship over with first, and then deal with the day-to-day monotony. You won't be bored with me, David. You'll have all the freedom and only as much responsibility as you can handle. That's not complimentary. I know, but it's honest. It's what you desire, yes. A genuine, authentic partner. With all my heart. Well, then ask. Not yet. Thanks for reading, Grace. I think I'll have to change this from a movie idea to a miniseries, or maybe a book. A book with only dialogue. Unless, of course, you are writing the fluff around these letters, Grace. I'll take whatever you can give me.